a little tired, obviously, and like drained. So what was your first one, 25 minutes? Like, how long did it take you to recover from that compared to like what you do now?
Honestly, it was pretty weird. I felt after I got to the hospital, I felt pretty normal. I was a little bit dazed.
Yeah.
But energy wise, I was fine. That one in Vegas was mostly just we just weren't sleeping appropriately amount of times. We were just eating like garbage, wasn't hydrated. Like we were just drinking every night, staying up, trying to meet chicks in whatever city we were in. So it just didn't. It was
bound to happen. Yeah.
It was a
ticking time bomb. Luckily, it happened like in a hotel room in your bed, let alone when you were like driving when we were passed out.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Yeah. And I can kind of tell if I'm not feeling very well if it might happen.
If it's creeping up.
Yeah, so I wouldn't have driven in those situations. Not only like today, like I wouldn't drive. Not today in specific, but like in general. Like nowadays in my life, if I don't feel well, I wouldn't drive. Just walk everywhere.
Damn.
That's the great about Portsmouth. Everything's close enough together. I can just walk.
That's wild.
Yep.
Wild Myles.
Yep.
And then, unfortunately, you couldn't go to the concert, obviously. But that was
fun.
I
think that sucked even more. Remember the chick that showed up and just ironed all your clothes for you?
Yeah, how did you meet her?
She was on my flight into Vegas like a month before that.
She just came by. Yeah, she ironed all our clothes. That was I totally forgot about that until you just brought it up.
Yeah, that was a while. Tony was just here last weekend, which he brought that up because we were talking about Vegas, and I had kind of forgotten about it as well. So, she was a super nice gal. But I felt bad because I couldn't go to the concert, and then I chick's friend Stacy that was going to get us all in for free.
Yeah.
Since I wasn't there, she just got married last weekend, which is wild.
I saw that, yeah.
Yeah, but it was shitty that, you end up having to wait in line and stuff, which blows, because we could have just gone right in back and gone backstage.
We could have done that, and, like, all the lines were super big, and we were, like, trying to get in. We were, like, trying to bribe the guard. He was like, hey, man, I'll give you, like, $100. He was like, nah, not going to happen. He's like, all right, I'll give you, like, $100 each. And he was like, man, come on. He's like, all right, 200 like for some other number. And he was like, dude, he's like, this isn't sold out. You can just like go in this line and like buy tickets up front right now. And like me and Tony kind of look at each other like, it's not sold out. He's like, no, idiots. So like the line to actually buy a ticket was like the shortest one. So we like walked up into it, bought 2 tickets, and like walked right in. And like as opposed to waiting in line for like the wait list or the list to get in, it was really weird. Like we were just dumbstruck. We were like, oh, we can actually buy tickets. We were like trying to like buy our way in. Like,
just Vegas is overwhelming sometimes. So
yeah, it makes you do crazy things.
Hey, you guys were just super overtired. The trip took a lot out of us.
And Tony was blackout drunk too.
Yeah. Didn't he get kicked? You said, I wasn't there obviously, but I remember you saying like every 5 seconds, Tony like be getting kicked out and just sprint away.
Yeah, so the first time he got kicked out, so we got lost, and then we kind of come together, and like as he's getting escorted out, so I'm like, they see me react to him. I'm like, oh, do you know this kid? He's like getting kicked out. I'm like, yeah, it's my boy. So it's like a security guard, us 2, and then a security guard behind me. So we come around the corner. The first security guard comes around this bend, and I grab Tony. I'm like, Tony, just take off, just run, because the place is packed. Like it's 5 stories of nightclubs. And so he takes off into the crowd, and I turn the corner, and the guy's like, where'd your friend go? And I'm just like, I don't know, man. I don't know what you're talking about. So the 2 security guards are like talking, and they're like trying to look him out into the crowd, and I kind of like sneak away. Yeah, and like we meet back up at this other bar, and like we were hanging out for probably another like 20 minutes before he gets kicked out again. And so it was a scene. Yeah.
Yeah, the place is wild. When I was there about a month before, I wish I could have gotten you guys to see the same stuff, but Stacy would just bring me backstage to like where the booth was, so you're just like overlooking everything.
Yeah.
And then when Tiesto's VJ is up in the top right overlooking everyone, he was just letting me hit like the steam guns and all that shit, or like the smoke guns. It was wild.
Sick.
But I wanted to do that, but I just was not. I would have not been able to be in that situation.
Right. Yeah, that's like the worst situation.
Way too loud, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's been a nightmare.
That would have been so bad.
Nightmare.
Yeah, man. Yeah, what a trip.
And then we left Vegas the next day, and that was the worst drive ever.
It was so, because Tony's AC broke like day 1 leaving Massachusetts. It didn't really take into effect until we were in the fucking desert. No AC. We stopped at that gas station, got like 2 gallons of water. The traffic, we were just hung over. It was so fucking bad.
It was a disaster. Massive traffic, like 110 degrees. just no wind to cool you down. It was one of the worst 2 hours in a car I've ever had in my life.
For sure.
Absolutely miserable.
Yeah, and then we got to San
To
Diego.
get gas to the gas station, it was like 80 people at the gas station in line trying to get gas leaving the city.
Yep.
It was a fucking nightmare.
And then we got to San
And
Diego.
finally made it to San Diego.
Yeah, and where we had no furniture. You slept on not even an air mattress, like an inflatable pool.
Yeah, I pulled that move off because I didn't want to spend money on an air mattress and then just go to Portland, Oregon right after that to see Fletch. So I just bought a pool mattress or pool air float thing.
Yeah.
Slept on that, which didn't. It worked for the most part. I tried that same move when I moved Wagner and Loring. I think you've met him down to Florida. I did another kind of impromptu road trip with them and helped them move down into Florida. And I did the same thing, but they had a tile floor, and it was so much more uncomfortable.
Oh.
Because at least didn't have carpet. It was a disaster. That trip was actually 1,000 times worse than the road.
I
was
heard.
unreal bad.
Someone told me about it. I forget.
Yeah,
it might have been you, actually. Yeah, you told me.
Every feasible thing that could have gone wrong went wrong. It was a nightmare.
My buddy, I was just talking about Hines. He was on the podcast an episode before talking about when his buddy Pat moved down to Tampa, I think. And he moved down with him, but like they didn't really have a place to stay. He was like living in some tiny closet, and they couldn't get jobs. They got evicted. Dude, it was an absolute shit show. It was just as bad. So I guess don't move down to Florida.
We went to move around Tampa, and then we got there. They had rented a house on Craigslist. We got there, and it was just not the house. It was the house, but it was all the pictures were not recent. The house was fucking trash. There was a dead rat in the toilet. There was just clothes and cigarettes all over the place. Front lawn was just a giant sand pit. The landlord showed up in a mini school bus, like for the special ed kids. It was painted white with this giant fucking 400-pound ginger guy with huge. I swear it sounds like a made-up fairy tale, but I swear. And then the guy flipped out saying that we were like welching on the deal that we signed, but the house was just all fucked up. So then we had to live. No one would rent them an apartment because they didn't have jobs, because they had planned to rent a place before and just like spend the first couple of weeks golfing and hanging out.
Right.
And that's why I wanted to go down, because I wanted to just enjoy that part.
Yeah.
But then we had to we lived in one of those like crystal palaces from fucking Breaking Bad, and they like four of us in a room no bigger than like your bedroom in San Diego with a kitchen and a bathroom for a week and a half until we finally found a place that would, until they got jobs, so then they could at least apply to apartments. It was a fucking disaster.
Was this in Tampa too as well? Was this?
Yeah,
Tampa?
Yeah, pretty much.
Damn.
It was unreal bad.
I wanted to go to Tampa next month for the Patriots Bucks game that Thursday. I still might actually, but the tickets to the game are like expensive. They're like $250, $300 for like the cheapest ones.
Yeah,
I understand it's the Patriots, but it's the Bucks too.
Yeah, that's why you gotta go see it. I was looking at tickets for my birthdays around the Dolphins game, the 26th in Foxborough.
Yeah, and
I was just like, God, they're still since the past, they're so expensive. And I was looking at the other tickets. Didn't see them against the Jets or the Giants for like $80.
Really?
The tickets in New York are so damn cheap because the Jets are so fucking bad.
They're so bad, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, good thing no one's living in Florida now. With Irma, is it?
Yeah,
Irma?
Yeah, they're pretty boned.
Dude, I saw a picture, and like almost the whole state of Florida is like 400 miles long, or from like tip to like panhandle.
Yeah.
And like Hurricane Irma's like 400 miles long, like the hurricane, so it like literally fit the entire state.
Yeah, it's big as a state. It's wild. I have a friend that lives in Tampa, and he's driving now to try and get to like Nashville or somewhere, just get up. But he's just like, it's a mess leaving because everyone's just panicking because it just kept getting big. I don't know why people just didn't leave earlier, or why you'd even live there in the first place.
I have a friend that lives in Miami, and she's worried about the same thing. I don't know what she's gonna do.
Just leave, hopefully, because you're boned. It's massive.
Right? Unless you have like a wine cellar like Richard Branson does. I think he tweeted out a picture. He's like hunkering down his wine cellar with all his staff.
Yeah. It's good to be a billionaire.
Yeah, good to be a billionaire.
Yeah. Not a lot of weather that combats that.
Speaking of the Patriots, man, what do you think? We got a game tomorrow's opening day.
Tomorrow against the Chiefs. Yeah, tomorrow against the Chiefs. I think we'll be fine. I mean, a lot of people like complaining that I don't think we're going to go 19-0 anymore without Julian, and I don't really give a fuck about that as long as we win the Super Bowl.
I don't care about 19-0. I mean, it'd be
at all.
sick if we did. I mean, obviously it sucks losing Jules, and I think Cyrus Jones has a patella tendon. I think he tore or something like that.
Yeah, so it'll be done. But either way, I mean, I'd rather just go 14-2, 12-4, whatever, win the division like we always do. We don't have to worry about
our division
the Jets. They're trash.
Yep.
No, we don't have to worry about the Jets. We don't really have to worry about the Dolphins, even though they somehow always take a game off as it seems, because we just don't really give a fuck when we play them at the end of the year.
Yep. So yeah, that sucks. We traded Brisket, Jacoby Brissett for Dorsett. The dude, I don't know too much about him. That receiver from Indy.
Got wheels.
Yeah.
So I'll just take the top off, as they say, with him and Brandon. But
It's good because I think Cooks might play a little bit more of the slot since Edelman's gone, and then maybe we'll have Dorsett spread out.
Yeah, just so we can at least just have him go long, and then choose. Brandon Cooks has obviously got decent hands, so we'll just toss him basically take over Jules' spot.
So you think you're thinking 14-2? You said.
I think we'll go anywhere from 12-4 to 14-2, anywhere in there.
Okay.
Just honestly, think about half the time at the end of the seasons, we'll just not really care about the last 3 weeks. We'll just start to prepare for the playoffs.
Yeah.
And just worry about not necessarily keeping people healthy, but we do that kind of a lot. Where we'll just toss a game at the end of the year to the Dolphins. We don't really give a fuck.
Do you know what the spread is? The over/under for the games? How many?
I think we're 12.5 on the season. Our
Yes.
total wins. So I mean that's all they always get pretty close.
Right. I'd like to see
other ones that were funny. Yeah, the Jets were 4.5, which is pretty funny because I think they'll go under that. They're so
4.5.
They can't.
That's tough
They can't
to do.
score.
Yeah,
They can't score. Their offense is one of the worst offenses in the history of football.
Hackenberg, is he the starting quarterback?
Yeah, Christian. I don't. Besides him and Bilal Powell, I don't really know anyone else on their team.
Yeah, they let everyone go. Decker's gone. Marshall's gone.
Oh.
We even got their what's his name, the linebacker.
The linebacker, I forget his name as well. But I know besides their defensive line, they're pretty useless. It's hard to run on them, but I mean, most teams in the NFL at least have some sort of a passing game where they can have a slot, a slot guy, a long guy. They'll figure something out.
Yeah,
it doesn't take much to beat them deep, or even over the center, 5, 6, 10-yard passes. You'll be fine.
Yeah,
they're pretty terrible.
And you were a big IT guy, right?
I mean, I just loved his heart, but I mean, I'd much rather have Kyrie.
Would you? We gave up a lot, and it wasn't just a 1-1 trade.
No, I mean, honestly, I was a big Jay Crowder guy, but you're not going to win a title with him. And IT, he's older, he's got the bad hip. Granted, the city loves him, but Kyrie's 4 years younger, 5 inches taller, has the ability once he can play defense because he's got the size.
He just doesn't.
He's just lazy, but Brad will fix that.
So who's going to guard LeBron for us? You gave up your best LeBron defender. Are you going to throw Morris?
The fact that we gave up Avery and Jay, so that's our 2 big body. But I think Marcus apparently lost 20 pounds, is in insane shape now.
Marcus Smart? Or Marcus
Smart? Yeah, I
just
saw that on the score. Marcus Smart.
Really?
Apparently lost 20 pounds, is in much better shape. So, I mean, granted, he doesn't have the weight as much anymore, but Markieff could cover LeBron at least enough to slow him down that the rest of the Cavs can't really do much anymore.
Yeah, I guess. That's a good point. The starting five of Kyrie, you think so? You'd have Kyrie, Marcus Smart, Gordon Hayward, Al Horford, Jalen. You think Jalen's going to start?
Yeah, well, our friend Sam Markoff, have you ever met him?
Yeah, the name sounds familiar.
All right, well, he's a professional basketball scout for mostly European teams, college teams.
Yeah, Mark. Yep.
And he's saying it'll be most likely Kyrie, Gordon, Jalen, Al, and then probably Marcus or Markieff. That'll probably be how it goes.
We have Marcus, not Mark. Do we have Markieff or Marcus Morris? We have
Marcus. We have Markieff.
I thought Markieff played for Washington, or I could be mistaken. I don't know.
I mean, they're identical, and they even have the same tattoo, so we could have either one. Who knows?
That's true. We don't even know.
They could probably just bounce around. I know they're both crazy, and they're both pretty decent. So
yeah, they shared a bank account when they lived. They lived in the same house in Phoenix. They shared a bank account. There's some identical tattoos there, and they're weird.
They're kind of creepy guys, and they that. They beat the hell out of their mom's stepfather, or mom's like not stepfather,
boyfriend or
their
whatever.
boyfriend or some shit, like beat the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're head cases for sure.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
it's a little weird since I'm actually not really glad we got rid of Jay, but him and Jay hated each other. Him and Marcus got into it a bunch of times when we were at the Bullets this year, so